how are you doing today? I have an idea that I wanted to make a video about because I've seen a lot of people on BookTube do this, and I just think it would be really fun to give it a manga twist perspective. And I'm sure that probably someone out there in the manga YouTube verse has done this, but I haven't seen it in a long time, so I just wanted to do it myself. So let's just get into it. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to take a manga that is pretty popular or has been popular in the past, and I'm going to give you a recommendation based off of that manga. Things that are similar either in tone, themes, vibes, just what I think would be a good match for you if you liked this manga. So the first one I'm going to say, if you liked Ranma Half by Rumiko Takahashi, this is a action comedy romance manga, and I think it went to like 32 or 33 volumes, or maybe even 34. It's hard to remember. But I have not quite finished the series myself, but from what I've read, which is a good chunk, this is a great series that I think a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia with. They really like the action, the comedy's fun, and there is a little bit of romance in here with a martial arts character named Ranma here. He is it kung fu? He's just some type of martial arts, and he knows how to do it very well. His dad does martial arts with him, and there's this girl that comes into their life that he's supposed to be betrothed to. That one is very similar to the one I'm going to recommend you, which is KageTora. This is by Akira Sagami, and it was published by Del Rey back in the day, so it might be a little old, and this is a little old, so this is kind of a, if you feel the urge to go searching for these volumes, this is a good one for you because they're very similar in my opinion. I don't think the volumes for this are very expensive to buy used, and it's only 11 volumes long, so it's not too hard to find unless something crazy has happened over the last 6 months to make it go up, which is entirely a possibility. But I think that if you really enjoy Ranma Half, you will really like KageTora because it has the similar premise. We've got a girl who is not necessarily a princess, but she's kind of treated like a princess, and she's the heir to this family who is a martial arts family, and her family hires a ninja who is KageTora, the guy here, and he's supposed to be her bodyguard slash help her train and become who she's supposed to be for the family to keep up their family name. They're both full of hilarious hijinks. I think this one's really, really sweet. I've read it more recently than Ranma Half. I need to do a reread once I finish collecting all the singles, which is going to be a while because some of them are hard to pick up now. I think that these are very similar, and this one's a lot shorter, so it's not like you're going to have to read 40 volumes of something. And there is a little bit of outdated humor within it, but overall I think it withstood the test of time fairly well. I did a video, I think over a year ago, where I reviewed the whole series. If you want to go watch that, I'll put that in the description below so you can go watch that. It was kind of like a vlog style review. I haven't done one of those in a while, but it was a lot of fun, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I think it's still held up. So yes, those two are the first recommendation. The next recommendation based off of another is Komi. This is a very popular series right now, and it's about a girl named Komi who has troubles communicating. She has a lot of social anxiety and a lot of speech anxiety, which I can relate to some of that. And she meets this guy here on the cover, and he helps her kind of open up just a little bit, and she tells him that she wants to make 100 friends. And so that's their whole goal for this whole series, is they're trying to make her 100 friends. And it's super wholesome, super cute. I've read up to volume 3 and I'm loving it so far. It's definitely a not binge worthy series, if that makes sense to me. I think it's more of a just pick up a volume here or there, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy a nice, calming, funny, sweet read. And I really liked it. So if you like this one as well, I think that you should try Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. This might seem like a duh recommendation if you've read both of these, but if you have not, this is a shonen, and this one's also a shonen, but this one feels more like a shoujo, if that makes sense. We've got a character named Shiraishi, who is very, very invisible. Like everyone around him does not see him. He is just kind of there and has to even tell the teacher that he was not absent from class because he's just looked over and has like that side character syndrome thing going on. It's kind of like a role reversal in the guy girl in these. So I think this one's a lot sweeter in the preciousness of it. This one seems a little more comedy based in my opinion, but there's also some like sisterly love going on in here. And this one has more friendship vibes. So I think they're very similar in the tone it's going for, but I think that I can't decide which one I like more right now. I think I like this one more personally, but I still haven't read enough of either of them to fully make that choice. But I think that these are closely linked enough for you to pick both of them up. If you liked one, you'll like the other. The next series I'm going to recommend is one that is similar to Demon Slayer in my opinion. This is a very popular series. Everyone knows who Demon Slayer or what Demon Slayer is. This is by Kyoyoharu Goto. I don't know how you say their name. It's a very popular series in anime that's based off of the Taisho era, where we've got demons and humans and swords, but also guns, trains, lights, technology. There's a little bit of technology in this era that this is created, and the art style is very unique. I love it. I know a lot of people hate on the art style of the manga, but I personally love a sketchy, hand-drawn looking series, and this just scratches that itch for me. I think the reason I'm comparing it to the next manga is because of the era and the tone of the series. We're given some moments of seriousness and tragedy, along with some comedy here and there, and just the seriousness of the situations that have occurred and things that are tied to the past. The one I'm going to recommend to you is Mao by Rumiko Takahashi. This is also based off the Taisho era, and it has a little more of the older Taisho part. Maybe it's earlier in the Taisho, and this maybe is later. I'm not quite sure. I can't for sure say the years they're based on. But this one seems a little more less technology driven than this one. And we've got a lot of demons. We've got this bad guy named Byoki who's like a cat demon. And there's a lot of mystery to this, figuring out the past for Mao, what happened, why he can't remember certain things. There is a romance kind of, I think, in this one, but it's not like the main focus. I don't think this one has any romance at all. I haven't seen anything like that, but I just think that if you really enjoy the overall scenery vibe timeline of this one and the action, that you'll like this one as well, because it's fairly similar mixed with a little bit of time travel sci-fi. So I think that you'd like one of these if you like the other. Okay, so the last recommendation for this video, if you like Kaiju number 8, which is fairly new, I think volume 5 or 6 just came out. This was fun. I've read this first volume. I have not read past it. So if my recommendation is completely off, forgive me. Maybe one day I'll finish the whole series and tell you a complete recommendation. I would compare this to Black Torch. Black Torch is not super popular. I think that both of these probably deserve a little more praise than they get. They even have the same color cover, interesting enough. This one's about a guy who is turned into a kaiju, not really spoiling much there. And he has to control himself. He has to try to prove that he is not the enemy. And there's a lot of interesting politics and teamwork and fighting involved in this, with like a team of people who have uniforms. It's very militaristic. They have weapons and they fight these kaiju who just appear, and it's very action based. It's a Shonen Jump title, so it's very, very good. I think that a lot of people should be reading this if they're not. But if you have read this and you like it, I recommend Black Torch. This is by Tsuyoshi Takaki, and it's only like 5, 6, I think it's only, yeah, it's only 5 volumes. So it's not a huge cash commitment or time commitment. I think they have done a reprint of some of the harder to get volumes, but I could be wrong on that. But I did see some of them pop up in a Barnes & Noble lately that were regular priced. And I know volume 2, yeah, volume 2 was going really high there for a while. So I'm assuming there was a reprint of at least that volume. This is really fun. You've got a guy here whose name is Jiro, and he is really, really into animals. He talks to them, he can talk to them, and there's like this really cool dynamic between him and the animals that he interacts with. he gets turned into a Mononoke. I think that's what they called it in here, where he somehow gets turned into one. I don't want to spoil too much for you, but he gets like semi-possessed by a creature called a Mononoke, and he has these powers now that he has to learn how to control, very similar. And he joins this group of fighters, very similar, who wear uniforms like this, and they fight other Mononoke. So I feel like these are very, very similar, and you could also tie them to Bleach, I think, only very lightly on Bleach. Bleach, I think, has some similar vibes to this one that this one may not have, but this one's a little bit stronger of a connection in my opinion than Bleach is. But I think that if you like either of those, you might like Black Torch, or if you liked Bleach and Black Torch, you might like Kaiju number 8. So I just really think that they would entertain the same type of audience. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any other recommendations you would like based off of some of your favorite manga, please let me know. You can just list the ones that you like and you want something kind of similar or the same vibe or whatever. Just let me know and I'll do my best to get that for you, especially if I have read them already. I don't want to give recommendations based off of things that I'm not super knowledgeable about, or at least not read a couple, 1 or 2 of the volumes. To give you just a general recommendation is kind of what I want this to be. I hope you found some new manga to read. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. It really, really helps me out, and I really, really appreciate all of you new guys who are here. It's so fun to get all the new comments and just interact with you all. I've really been enjoying that, so thank you. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!